believe lighting of a lamp is always a privilege that we give our women for. Is on lamps there and let them light the lamps. And ladies and gentlemen, if you watch, there are two lamps there. And I was told by the artist of the evening that the reason why they are of different sizes is to show us the bigger one represents art, the second represents the artist. And the artist is always smaller than the art. Yeah. Can we have the fans off, please, on stage? Electrician, put off the fans on the stage. Electrician, everunnaro, stage pen una fans off cheseni. I request, I invite Madhurima to come on stage to render the invocation. I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, Arunima.
Saraswati Namostute Shri Saraswati Namostute Varade Shri Saraswati Namostute Varade Shri Saraswati Namostute Varade Shri Saraswati Namostute Varade Shri Saraswati Namostute Padadevate Shri Pati Gauri Pati Guru Guhavinu Devi Diguvade Shri Saraswati Namostute Padadevate Shri Pati Gauri Pati Guru Guhavinu Devi Diguvade Shri Saraswati Namostute Vasanatra Vivarjitava ಅದ್ಭುತ ಮುಖ ಗುರುಗೆ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಚರಣ ಗುರುಗೆ ವಿದ್ಯಾಪದೇ ಸಗಣ ಮಂತ್ರಾಕ್ಷರ ಶ್ರೀ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ ಪದದೇವತೆ ಶ್ರೀಪತಿ ಗೌರಿ ಪತಿ ಗುರು ಹರಿ ದೇವಿ ತಿರುಮತೆ ಶ್ರೀ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ನಮೋಸ್ತುತೆ
May I now request the welcome address by the President of Vidya. Welcome address.
ఈరోజు సభకు వచ్చేసినటువంటి సంగీతజ్ఞులు, సంగీత అభిమానులు, శ్రోతలు అందరికీ కూడా మా సభ తరఫున స్వాగతం చెప్తున్నాం. ఈరోజు ఒక ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమం నిర్వహిస్తున్నాం. ఇక్కడ కళాసాగరం విజ్ఞాన సమితి, ఇంకా జంటనగరంలో ఉన్నటువంటి అనేక సంస్థలు కలిసి సంగీత జ్ఞానము అనేది ఈ సభ పేరు. సంగీత జ్ఞానం త్యాగరాజస్వామి చెప్పినట్టు సంగీత జ్ఞానము భక్తి విన సన్మార్గం కలదు. ఆ సందర్భంగా ఈ సభ ఏర్పాటు అయింది. సభా కార్యక్రమం తర్వాత కచేరీ కూడా ఉంది. శ్రీ పాల్గాడ్ రాంప్రసాద్, శ్రీ హెచ్ఎన్ భాస్కర్, వివి రమణమూర్తి, శ్రీ హరిబాబు ఆ బృందం వారు కచేరీ చేస్తారు. ముందర కొంచెంసేపు సంగీతం గురించి, మన సాంప్రదాయం ఎట్లా కాపాడుకోవాలి, సంగీత సభల్లో మంచి సాంప్రదాయం ఇంత ముందుగా వస్తున్నటువంటి పద్ధతులు ఏ మార్పు లేకుండా మనం అందరం కూడా ఆ సాంప్రదాయాలు కట్టుబడి ఉండి మంచి ఒక సంస్కృతిని మనం నెలకొల్పాలి అనేటువంటి ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ సభ ఏర్పాటు చేయడం అనేది ఈ సందర్భంగా ఒక ప్రతిజ్ఞ అది కూడా చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సంగీతజ్ఞులు అందరూ సంగీతం నేర్చుకునే వాళ్ళు కూడా ఆ ప్రతిజ్ఞ చేస్తారు. ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని చాలా నిర్వహించవలసిందిగా ఓకే తదుపరి కార్యక్రమం అనౌన్స్ చేస్తారు.
I now request Raghavan Rambhadran to explain what this pledge is about and the whole concept behind it.
Namaste. I wish I could speak fluently in Telugu. I am unable to. I see a mix of people, so therefore I keep it in the language which is neutral for all of us. So allow me to speak in English. I'm sorry for that, but please allow me to speak in English. I am very, very thankful to all of you here for having come here. There are dignitaries on the stage, very important people, excellent people. But you know what moves this movement? It is all of you. This is an occasion where the heroes are all sitting there and we are all looking up to you. That is what this whole movement is about. Let me explain this movement. When we say Sangeeta Jnanamu is an initiative, some people understand that it's an initiative definitely relating to Sangeetam. So we conduct events, we conduct music concerts, we are a Sabha. We are not that. We are not aspiring to become that also. Sangeeta Jnanamu is a simple initiative formed by 6 friends. Me, Ram Prasad and 4 other friends. You may think that 6 musicians joined together and started Sangeeta Jnanamu. My knowledge of music starts with Ram Prasad and ends with Ram Prasad. So I do not know anything about music. You know who Ram Prasad is. He is a great musician. So then, what is this combination? When you all see me, you may assume that I'm an astrologer, something. Some people have asked me such questions also I'm actually an advocate. People ask me, I tell them that maybe you think I'm an astrologer, therefore you are asking, I don't have a legal answer to it. So, I am not that. Ram Prasad and I is the combination which represents Sangeeta Jnanamu in a sense. In the sense that Dharma, Bhakti and our music. These 3 combined together is Sangeeta Jnanamu. There is nothing more than it. How many of us keep saying Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha? All of us know Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Do we know the full sloka? Dharma eva hato hanti. Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. Tasmad dharmo na hantavyaha. Mano dharmo hatovadhi. This is the sloka. Because we are all very positive people, we only talk about the phrase dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. We preserve dharma, dharma will protect us. That is all, we are positive. The Purvardha of the sloka says, any person who tries to destroy dharma, dharma will destroy that person. Therefore, don't try to destroy dharma and in the process get destroyed yourself. That's what the sloka means. So therefore, if any of us try to sway away from dharma, there is no problem for dharma. Dharma will take care of us. They cannot do anything about dharma. It is actually dharma who will take care of them. So that is what the full sloka means. Therefore, what brought us together, we 6 people, we are friends for more than 2 decades. There are excellent speakers, I don't want to take more time, but I want to encapsulate it in a simple, say 5 minutes or so. We keep talking about many things, we keep talking about dharma, we are sometimes concerned, we are worried about few things. Then, some few more things happened. Then, Ram Prasad was completely annoyed. But we are not the kind of people who go to the streets and start a fight, nasty fight. We are not that kind of people. What we did is, let us do something positively, this is unbearable. So we started talking with 6 friends. So we all pledged that we do something about it. Then, on the situation which was prevailing some 7-8 months back, it started many years back, 7-8 months reached its peak. I say its peak because it will never go there again. It is now in the decline. It will decline. So that time we thought, and then Ram Prasad came up with a brilliant idea that maybe he started with himself, that I, as a musician who has been trained in the traditional way, I belong to this dharma. I will not do anything which is affecting our dharma. Maybe he started with himself. This message needs to spread to everyone. Musicians, don't trouble them. Musicians are musicians. They come, they perform, and they go. We should not go and trouble the musicians. But we Rasikas, do we have a choice? We do have a choice. We are going to evolve further in the next few minutes when the others speak. This is a Rasika-driven movement, mainly on what Rasikas should do. There is some duty which is there on us also. It's not enough we come, we enjoy, we clap and go. There is something more we can do. There is something which we can encourage. There is something which we can discourage. So there is some duty which is there on us also. Therefore, this is a Rasika-driven movement, a very, very positive movement. And we thought, let us formalize this. Let us formalize the pledge. And on 29th of June, we had some similar event like this in Madras. We inaugurated the Carnatic Music Pledge in Madras. And we did not market the event at all. We did not tell anyone. Thanks to the topic and thanks to Ram Prasad's Kacheri also, which was following, many people came. And when we went and met people to be there on stage, like what Sai Deepak is here today, who has come for our invite, we are very happy that he has accepted. Like that day Mr. Gurumurthy accepted. And he came. He inaugurated the pledge along with Mamalam Shiva, who is a well-known, renowned artist in Nadaswaram. He was also there. We had a beautiful event. And when Mr. Gurumurthy knew about this whole initiative, he started advising us. There is nothing better we can get. He started advising us, saying where this movement should go next. So from there, we are fully talking to him, and few more people have also joined. Many of you may not know. There is a company called Zoho, and there is one person called Mr. Sridhar Vembu. He is directly advising us. Shastra Vaidya Subramaniam is directly advising us. We don't leave out Mr. Sai Deepak at all. We keep updating him, we keep asking him, we keep calling him for events, and he has also been coming. Therefore, there are a group of advisors, we 6-4 people. So we keep doing so many things. We reached to Federation of Sabhas, and they have also accepted. Maybe I will leave it for Ram Prasad to explain more on that. Now we are planning to do a Bhakti Ratha Yatra in Chennai. That is going to happen in December. And this pledge has been made as banners and placed in many sabhas, not only in India but also in US on both sides. So this pledge is there. So all I am requesting from all of you is, let us take this pledge seriously. And when we thought that we need to have a combination of Carnatic music and divinity, we were advised that we should go and get the blessings of Sri Avadhuta Dattapita, Sri Swami. So we went and met him, and to our surprise and because of all the blessings, we had immediately accepted to be the chief patron of this initiative. And he said, for Sangeeta Jnanamu, address should be my ashram. You should not take any other address, take my ashram as address. Use my ashram to the fullest extent possible. This is what he said. So we have all his blessings also. And we conducted an event in Bangalore. Now this is our third event. We are in Bhagyanagar. And we have Sai Deepak again. Sai Deepak was there in Bangalore also. He is here today also. So, before the Kacheri starts, let us listen carefully to the speakers and let us know as Rasikas what we have to do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Sorry if I was breathing on your name. Literally. Ladies and gentlemen, the next event is what we are specifically gathered here to. Ram Prasad will read out the pledge, but before that, the
right? I may be able to. I may sing a perfect Kedara Gowda with lyrics on this mic or on this mobile phone. But can I call it Carnatic music? It is music. It is music. So that is a question that we need to ask. Are we talking about Carnatic music, changes to Carnatic music, which will make it music nonetheless? But do you still call it Carnatic music? That is the question. Now, what is the ecosystem doing? So there are three major stakeholders: organizations, Rasikas, and artists. Let's start off with a simple example. Rasikas. Let's say we are so used to going to a restaurant. Serves great food, very tasty food, very enjoyable. And we come to know with evidence that the restaurant owner is deriding Swami Annapurni. Okay? He or she questions, who is Annapurni? Oh, is she really a god? Should she have a bowl with rice? Who said so? Is rice important? Well, there are two options for Rasikas. Two options for the consumers of that food. One, my business is limited to the fact that I pay money, I get food. Why do I care about what the restaurant owner says? That is one option. There is another option. You say, unless the restaurant owner mends his ways, I am not consuming the food that you are giving. I may still go to another restaurant which may serve me some quality food which is less than what I am getting here, but I stand for what I believe in. I am not here to say which is better, but I am merely saying that these two options are available for the consumers. It is up to the consumer to pick which side he wants or she wants to choose. There is no right or wrong. But obviously there is one option which at least apparently seems to be more desirable than the other. That is about the Rasikas. About the artists, let's think of a simple story. Okay? Let's say we always see a bunch of 20 workers who work for Women's Empowerment Cell or whatever it is called. Every day, around 5 p.m., these 20 people have tea in a roadside stall. And after a few months, we see that 2 or 3 of them, for their own, self-inquiry or self-experimentation or whatever, probably start to pass on non-generous comments on passers-by or women. The rest of them, they are not encouraging this. They are not encouraging the 2 or 3 to pass these comments. Neither are they themselves passing these comments. Am I making myself clear? There are only 3 people who are passing those comments. The others are just sitting with them. Right? If some outsiders ask these people who are not commenting, listen, shouldn't you go ask these people why they are passing these comments, which are not generous? And their response is, am I doing it? I'm not doing it. Do you see me encouraging him or her to do it? No. So, I continue to drink tea in the same stall with the other 3. Again, there is another option. There could be certain people who are drinking tea who might empathetically hypothesize a situation where the passers-by or the women could be their own mothers, could be their own sisters, could be their own wives, could be their own daughters. Would they still keep quiet? Okay? 2 options, right? One is, I'm carrying on my business. I'm not doing it, so why would I care? Second is, I take ownership of what is being done. I feel a sense of empathy. I feel a sense of belonging. And therefore, I respond in a certain way. Again, Which is good, which is bad, is for artists to decide. Nobody is there to comment on what is right or wrong. But still, you have two options. It's up to the artist to pick a side. From the organization side, the organization here would literally mean the tea stall, which is giving the tea to these workers, right? The organization or the tea stall here can clearly say, why would I care who passes what comments? I'm here to sell tea. Anyone who pays me 20 rupees, I'm going to give them a glass of tea. Business. But there is a responsible business where the tea stall puts. I will not sell tea to people who are passing egregious comments on passers-by. Again, it's a choice. Does one seem a bit more responsible? Perhaps yes. But can people exercise their choice? Yes. The answer is yes. It's a question of where we want ourselves to belong. The second part was basically trying to understand the spirit of stream of bhakti away from third about the response to the ecosystem from three sides: artists and the organization. The last one, understand. We see to align ourselves with something. I don't have to be an intellectual myself, but as long as I'm able to support an intellectual idea or a so-called intellectual idea, I'm a supporter of intellectual idea. Therefore, for us to associate each and everything of what I said to specific individuals or specific institutions. But if we do that, I think we are losing the purpose of why we are here. All these individuals or group of individuals or institution or institutions are just a speck of a representation of a bigger ecosystem. If you think the Sangeeta Jnanam movement is against individuals, no, please. I want to clear that very systematically here. There are two ways to make a line small. Or draw a bigger line right next to it. So as a positive movement, we want to reinforce the fact that Carnatic music is all about bhakti. We are not here to fight anyone. No. That's a lost cause. It's absolutely unnecessary to fight individuals or institutions. No. That's not the purpose of this movement. The purpose of the movement is to reinvigorate the concept that Carnatic music has its roots to bhakti and devotion. Whether you talk from a Vedic perspective of how Samaveda has been the origin of the notes that we sing, or the Tolkapiyam or the Silappadigaram, which talks about Irai Pani as Pannism, right? Whichever angle you look at it, if you trace the origin, it has an aspect of divinity to it. And this is something which we want to reinvigorate in people. People think that it is an entertainment. Yes, I am here for entertaining you. At the end of it, if my hall is empty, I am not a successful entertainer. Let's face it, regardless of how great I sing or how bad I sing. But do I operate with responsibility as a professional? Right? Do I take ownership of the field in which I operate? Is the question that artists need to ask. As Rasikas, you need to ask. Just think of the restaurant example that I gave you. Is the business just related to the fact that you pay money, get the food that you want, or is there something more to it? As organizations who have come together, do they feel that they should be serving tea with a caveat to people who don't pass such remarks or comments at passers-by? That is the question that we need to ask. And this is something, through our activities in Sangeeta Jnanam, that we are trying to reinvigorate in people. So as Radhavan said, it is an entirely Rasika-driven movement. It is for us. We take it as our responsibility to impart these options, just to make the Rasikas aware that there are options for all the stakeholders here. And it is up to us to decide where we want to align. Thank you so much. Namaskar.
I would now request youngsters to come here. I have a few dignitaries with us who I would specifically invite. It's their choice to be on the stage if they are comfortable. Rama Prabha, Anand Sharma, Uday Shankar, Karthik, N. Bhaskar, D.V. Ramanti, L. Suri, the accompaniments of this evening, Aparna Gopalakrishnan. Artists can come on to the stage. The youngsters, please come stand here facing the audience. Haribabu, I know that your name is also sorry. Suribabu. The plain English will be administered in Telugu by Mr. Sita Rama Sharma. We first do it in Telugu. Can we do it first in Telugu? Yeah, fine. Can we have the mic? Yeah. Have one for side. One for side.
Jai Sri Ram.
The youngsters, I'd like them to stand in the front row below here, looking at the audience. People can take photographs later. Those who are musicians, please come for the pledge. That's far more important. Those youngsters who are learning music, please come in the front. Let's give Palghat Ramprasad and team an indication that this is the growing Chennai.
నేను చదువుతాను, ఆ తర్వాత మీరు చదవండి దయచేసి. సంగీత జ్ఞానము కర్ణాటక భక్తి సంగీత మూలాలను గౌరవించుట. ఇప్పుడు ప్లెడ్జ్ మొదలవుతుంది. ప్రతిజ్ఞ. కర్ణాటక సంగీత ప్రతిజ్ఞ. నేను ధార్మిక మరియు భక్తి మూలాలు కలిగిన కర్ణాటక సంగీతాన్ని గౌరవిస్తాను. నేను కర్ణాటక సంగీతానికి విఘాతం కలిగించే ఆలోచనలను చర్యలను ఏమాత్రం సహించను. మళ్ళొకసారి. సంగీతానికి విఘాతం కలిగించే ఆలోచనలను చర్యలను ఏమాత్రం సహించను. జై శ్రీరామ్. జై భారత్.
I'm just slightly offended at the assumption that I don't know how to read Telugu. I am a boy of Hyderabad. Bhagyanagar, sorry. Now in English, unfortunately. I will respect our dharmic and devotional roots of Carnatic music. I will not entertain, encourage or support in any manner any views or actions or thoughts that undermine the same. Jai Shri Ram.
May I request the audience to please sit down ASAP. We shall have an interactive session with Ram Prasad. In the meanwhile, some of our volunteers will get a set of chairs.